All right, so this is what it's going to look like when it's complete. You got your S group over here, which can hold 2 electrons. Your P group, which can hold 6. Your D groups, which can hold 10. And you have to remember your D groups are all pushed down a spot. So in the fourth row, you're going to have your third energy level. And then you got your F groups here at the bottom, which get squeezed in here. And I didn't complete them, but you can imagine how they go. So 4F1, 4F2, 4F3, 4F4, and it keeps going all the way up to 4F14. And they get squeezed in here. So some things I want you to write down in your notebook are that the elements in the sublevels S and P are called representative elements, and their number of valence electrons are easy to find. So we talked about this last week in the videos. We can find our valence electrons just by looking at what group they're in. So all my elements in this group are going to have 1 valence electron. All of my elements in this group will have 2 valence electrons. In this group, 3 valence electrons. In the next one, 4. 5 in the next one. 6. 7, and over here, 8 valence electrons. So for those, they follow that set pattern, and that's why we commonly use these elements in chemistry class when we're talking about certain elements, because they follow patterns, and because of that, it helps us understand them better. And then I want us taking a look at the elements in sublevel D. So if you take a look at these elements, we call those transition elements. They don't follow this same pattern. So if I ever want you to know how many valence electrons they have, I'm going to give you that number, because I don't expect you to be memorizing anything like that. You might take a look. So if we go back and think about that question, why did we consider the third energy level having only 8 spots to fill it up? And I want to go back and review it, because the first one takes 2 spots, and that's pretty clear to see here. The second one takes 8 spots, and you can see it's filled up with 8. And the third one, if you fill up the S and the P only, they take 8. And after the S and the P sublevels are filled, we start filling up the fourth energy level. So that's why we can think of our first energy level having 2 spots, our second energy level having 8 spots, and our third energy level also having 8 spots before we move into that fourth energy level.